Hi YouTube, Darth Glorious here. Today I'm gonna review the new Star Wars movie, Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, and tell you my thoughts about it. Okay, so this movie is a month after the movie came out. Probably should have done this earlier, but we were out of town at the time. Here it is now. Here's the general plot. And the movie starts the general plot is that here's my thoughts on the movie. I just went to the plot, now I'll tell you as they go on. Okay, at the beginning, here's how it goes. There it goes. Beginning of the movie, the movie explains during the opening credits that out of the blue, the Emperor's back, and back at Central's mentioned the galaxy, Liam. Now I'm back, B-words. We're ready to strike. After that, Kylo Ren goes to try and find him, and he successfully does find after he shows him on a Sith planet, killing a bunch of guys, grabbing a holocron. Like, this is honestly a trend of movie openings that's been going on for the past few years that really have extremely rushed openings. At least in my opinion. So yeah, the opening is a little rushed in my opinion. Which has been a kind of a recurring theme around movies these days, such as Thor Ragnarok and Venom. Anyway, after that he goes to this planet. I forgot the name of the planet was, where you get to meet, where you see the Emperor playing Ian McDiarmid. Although, here's my thoughts on it. Although the makeup isn't, and the makeup is like his Billy Scars just looks pure white, a normal pure white face with billion pupils for eyes, and he's and it just kind of feels weird seeing him now. There's like there's no wrinkles or ripples or anything like you'd see out in Return of the Jedi Revenge of the Sith look. Just kind of strange. And I know a lot of people on there complain about they don't explain how he got fired, although I'm pretty sure. Wait, one moment. Although I'm pretty sure I heard at one point someone saying one of the people in the room saying the movie they got cloned. So I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure I heard someone say that. So I think that's worked. And the scene. And luckily, here's one thing a lot of people theorize about. A lot of people theorize about Snoke having some sort of connection to the Emperor. The movie, like some people say, oh, the Emperor. Maybe he is the Emperor, or he's sort of Plagueis, or the Emperor. But I reveal that he created Snoke, so so here's one thing J.J. Abrams did a lot better than Rian Johnson did. He listened to the fans' theories and he proved it right. He revealed that he has every voice in his head while doing the impressions of Snoke and Vader. Here. And then the scene he tells Kylo that he wants him to go find Rey and kill her, and tells Kylo that and tell Kylo he's going to be his training, and that Snoke has trained him well. And he reveals that he now has a complete fleet of Star Destroyers with planet-destroying lasers beneath it. It's kind of weird, because I heard online it was going to be Star Destroyers. Honestly, I think I would have liked if they had several Star Destroyers than several Death Stars and Star Destroyers. Like I'm wearing a Death Star shirt here. I would have liked that a little better. After that, we then get to, I can't remember the planet the Resistance were on, where Leia is now trying to complete the last of Rey's training, and a little obstacle course there, where they finally, and here's the interesting thing. For Episode 9, they had to use footage of Carrie Fisher, unused footage from Force Awakens and Last Jedi, because, as we all know, she's sadly passed away a few years back. A few years back in 2016. Rest in peace, Carrie. You were the best. So, I think they must have had spliced some scenes together. Like, I think the scene where the scene where she interacted with Leia, I'm pretty sure they spliced it together because and someone I think may have dubbed some dialogue too, just to make it clear with the movie, because I can't imagine a lot of those scenes having anything to do with Force Awakens or Last Jedi's general plots. Honestly. After which, they hear of that hear the Emperor's call, and they go to everyone to discuss the deal with it, including the Resistance members like Finn, Poe, Maz Kanata, who's out of the blue, joins them. They don't really explain why she's with them there, and she's extremely underused in this movie. And let's see who else. Yeah, and Chewbacca, and Rose, who luckily for a lot of you has been minimized in this movie, and Dominic Monaghan from Lord of the Rings playing Mary. He is in this as well. And is in this as well. Well, Earl and everyone gets together in the Hera battle. So after that, Leia sends Poe, Rey, Chewbacca, and Finn to go to this plant to help, I guess, get some intel or something. I don't remember what they're doing this. They go to the plant where they find a parade being held there before the First Order, out of the blue, I guess my lucky guess knew they were there and starts going to find them. Afterwards, they get saved by none other than Lando. Well, honestly, I had pretty much predicted that Lando was going to appear in one of the sequel trilogy movies because I knew they couldn't leave Lando out. And of course, they bring the old smuggler back, assisting them. Why was on that place and they were on there? They never explain it. There's a lot of things in the movie they don't explain, I'll admit that. But anyway, he takes them to this one area where they end up getting sent to quicksand, and then Finn says something to Rose like, Rose, Rey says to her, Rey, there's something I gotta tell you before they sink in. Then he brushes off the rest of the movie. And to let you know, John Boyega has confirmed on Twitter that he was not gonna say I love you. He was not gonna say I love you. I don't know what he was gonna say, but a lot of people on the internet think he was gonna say that he was force sensitive. Maybe that's what he's gonna say. I'll get to that in a little bit. Again, they're there. They find this bounty hunter who was working for the First Order a while back dead there from the previous mission. They found this monster who almost attacks them. But then Rey does something a little odd. She's used the Force to heal the slug monster. Now, this has got a lot of controversy on the internet, and trust me, this ability is used a lot more throughout this movie with people saying, but other people are kind of confused why that's a thing, because they don't use that in the prequels or the original trilogy, or 9% of the other source material, including Clone Wars, Rebels, or even the novels or comics. They don't even use this ability. Yep, you can't find the stuff in the comics or novels. Not even the video game. Not even Fallen Order did that kind of ability. Really, which has caused a lot of controversy on the internet. But if I looked at this in the movie, and I think I have a theory why. Because it takes a lot of Force energy, and the amount of Force energy it takes could potentially kill the person using the energy. That's why I think it happened. But anyway, that's not my opinion. You guys can disagree if you want, but I think that's probably what happened there. After they heal the creature for no reason whatsoever, the guy can't start going to the ship when they find out Chewbacca is getting arrested by the First Order. As they take him to their ship, Rey gets ambushed by Kylo, who comes in his Imperial, this TIE Fighter. My dad, for some reason, thinks the scene really goes in the movies, although I think I'm seeing better, because then Rey jumps over and cuts one of the wings off, causing Kylo to crash but survive. Afterwards, Rey tries to use the Force to get to get the prison transport Chewbacca down, while Kylo Ren tries to do the same, having a bit of a tug-of-war battle until Rey accidentally shoots some Force lightning out and blasts the thing to bits, potentially killing Chewbacca. That was something shocking. Like my liver literally sunk down here because I was like, oh my god, they did it. They killed Chewbacca. Like, I was shocked seeing that. Another thing I was shocked about, Rey shot Force lightning. WTF? Force lightning. That is a Sith ability. Like I swear, in all the novels and stuff, I swear, I swear, that ability, is dark side stuff. Like, You wouldn't see Anakin Skywalker, even he did to the dark side, doing that, or Obi-Wan, or Mace, or Yoda, or anyone doing that, because there's a dark side ability that only Sith use. Which I'll get to in a sec. That was a very shocking moment. I thought, wow, Disney has some balls there. Another thing I thought could add some depth to it, because in most of the movie, Rey's worried about being turned to the dark side by the Emperor Kylo, and I felt like that could add to her depth there. Like, now she has another reason to worry about, because she used a dark side ability and killed her friend. But sadly, Disney, of course, put their balls, took off the balls by putting by revealing that they had another transport. Chewbacca survives, now in prison upon their Star Destroyer, led by a new Imperial officer called a new First Order Imperial officer called General Pride, who I guess is more of a Kylo and Emperor fan than Hux is. As well on the ship, everyone's mourning the loss of Chewbacca, but I still think it was a gutsy move that they add something that would have been so good to her character development, but then they took it. Then they just decided to chicken out. Oh, we don't want the kids to be upset that Chewbacca died. Oh, grow up. Grow up, Disney. Grow up. You had no problem killing off a lion's dad or a fawn's or a little deer's mother. Yet you can't kill off a giant hairy monster who I don't think serves any more purpose in these movies anyway, except for fan service. Really? But anyway, let's see. So then they go to another sci-fi looking planet. Anyway, with the planet they go try to go and hide there. But while there, they meet one of Poe's old friends, Zori, who by the way, her face is not seen the entire movie, save once where she takes off her little visor and shows her eyes. That's literally all we get of her. Like, the rest of them, like, she just wears that helmet 90% of the movie. And I heard she's played by Kerry Russell. She is kind of an undeveloped character, let's put it that way. But one of them on the planet, it turns out, they also, I forgot to tell you, on the previous one they're on, they got this knife that has some translation onto it that can help them defeat Kylo and the Emperor. But here's the problem with it. It has English language on, and so it appears that he can't do it unless he gets reprogrammed. So they take it to Zori to help reprogram him. But the other problem is that if he gets reprogrammed, he's going to have to lose his memory too. So again, they did another move that I must say they got balls for. To erase C-3PO's memory. So there he had a kind of touching moment when he said to everyone, "I'm just taking a last look at my friends." And they down to still kill it there. So then we program and put this dark C-3PO lighting there as he decodes the frame. After that, he just pretty much acts like just met everyone after that. So it's so moment. Afterwards, right after finding out that Chewbacca survived her, Poe and Finn go on to the Falcon to go rescue him. This is kind of a messy setup because with Poe and Finn blasting through stormtroopers and it's trying to get Chewbacca. It's a lot of messy stuff there. Anyway, when the show, Kylo is on the plan looking for. As she goes to this one room where he has a little like, I forgot what it's called. It's like a little it's like a little stand where he has Darth Vader, a podium where he has Darth Vader's charred helmet on it, and it's like Rey does her little Force connection ability to Kylo, like in Little Last Jedi, where they can talk to each other and see each other even though they're in different locations. And they had a pretty cool lightsaber duel there. They even ended up accidentally destroying the Vader helmet, but then unfortunately, the falls down. Kyle then realizes that she's on the Star Destroyer because he knew that there could be only one. He knew there was only one place where he had that that Darth Vader helmet, the Star Destroyer. So he ends up going up there. Well, Poe and Finn escape. they have Rey confirmed by Kylo. They have a kind of setup here to Empire Strikes Back, and yes, they include the twist too. Like here's the setup here, where they get out to the, you get to the hangar, almost like they being forced out like the big little square area where the ships come out. Then Kylo, of course, does Darth Vader on her. Reveals something kinda ripped off from Empire Strikes Back, but at the same time, kind of interesting twist. The Rey is the Emperor's granddaughter. And that's cool and bad at the same time. For one thing, it's cool because you see it shows J.J. Abrams trying to fix Rian Johnson's mistakes. Like, remember last Jedi, it was like, oh, your parents were nothing. They're nothing. They're just scrappers, junk dealers. You sold you for booze. Well, JJ kind of fixed that and showed that Kylo Ren was a big old liar, which honestly I'm kind of have to give him kudos for at least trying to fix that. But it caused other problems. Like, for one thing, we have no idea who he did with. Plus, it also meant that he killed his own son to get to. Like, I'm not kidding. They show flashbacks of him having his own son and his daughter-in-law killed to get to her. That's messed up there. He goes that far. He shows the guy has no love for anyone. Not even kids. It's always not revealed who the Emperor knocked up to get her. I have a theory of how that worked, but I can't say it since it's inappropriate. Yeah, one more. That's by this point. They actually defy his back logic. Remember by his back after the big reveal, Luke fell down, went through that tube, got stuck, went to that little gantry for Lando to help him. Well, at the point they skipped the falling down, getting rescued, to just all the way to the Falcon, just rescuing her. No falling down, just cut the Falcon rescuing her. They cut out a lot of that. So Rey joins them in the Falcon, can flee the plane. That. My stomach's itchy. Afterwards, they travel to. Also, in the first, I forgot to tell you, General Hux helped Finn and Poe escape because he just did. Well, because he was done with working for Kylo by that point. After that, the new General Pry kills him. Now back to the present. After the whole attack, they decide to go to another planet where the remains of the Death Star are at. Again, I forgot the name of the planet is. After they get there, they meet up with a group of former stormtroopers who Finn bonds with because he too is a former stormtrooper. During that time, Rey decides to get a little ship and soar over to the means of the Death Star. Actually, it was Death Star 2 is what the means of. I just have no idea how the remains of it got all the way over there, surprisingly. I'm surprised the whole structure even survived the explosion. Because when you get in there, you see the destroyed remains of the Emperor's throne room from Return of the Jedi. Like, that kind of shocks me how that whole structure survived attack. That surprised me. After she gets there. By the way, remember this scene and the scene in the trailers of Rey turning Eve having a real lightsaber? It turns out that was just stuff to lure you to the movie because it turned out that was the vision Rey was having. So yeah, they kind of ripped us off on that one. So screw you, Disney, for that one. Afterwards, she gets around with Kylo, and they have an actually pretty epic lightsaber duel battle from inside the Death Star to the outside of the Death Star to these like little pieces of blocks, like come on, you're and yet Rey successfully stabs Kylo, but at the same time she does, Princess Leia actually tries to be contact them, and that kind of causes her to lose her force ability. That affects her life, so it kills her. So at least it gives us closure to Carrie they used to Carrie Fisher in the movie. Afterwards, she steals Kylo's TIE fighter and goes back to the plan Luke was on. while Kylo's on the planet, gets a pretty cool scene because then he sees Han and they have a good talk, work things out as it helps redeem Kylo. A lot of people are debating on the internet whether that was actually him or if that was a Force Ghost or something. But let me tell you something. That was not a Force Ghost. Because one thing, if you remember from the original trilogy, even the Clone Wars cartoon, the Force Ghosts have blue hues around them. Han Solo had no blue hues around them. There wasn't a Force Ghost. I think it was just in his head. I think it was just in his head, Han talking to him. I think that was just in his head. It had like a successful redemption of himself. Another thing I kind of sweet as we throw back to the original trilogy was when Han said to Han Solo, "Dad," and Han Solo said to him, "I know." Kind of a cool callback to back when Leia says to Han before going to the Carter freezing chamber, "I love you," and he says, "I know." And to Return of the Jedi when she tending to injured Princess Leia when a couple of stormtroopers come out, she unveils her blaster and Han smiles and says, "I love you." She says to him, "I know," and she shoots down the stormtroopers. Kind of sweet little callback there. After that, Rey goes back to he talks to Luke as a Force Ghost, and I'm pretty sure the only reason why Mark even bothered to return from this was because Rian Johnson was in directing. I'm 99% sure of that. You can you can even ask him on Twitter, I'm sure, or at Star Celebration, you'll probably say that. That's the only reason why he bothered to return, just so it could be in a Star Wars movie without Rian Johnson in the director's chair. Another point in this thing is that they did with Chewbacca with R2-D2, of course, you removed the balls off of that scene because now R2 just gave him his memory back. Well, just the memory just the memory that's up until they were about to leave the first planet. Just the memory, just up until they were about to go to the desert planet. That's the planet. Actually, I don't think the knife they was used for anything very much after that. I think that was just a pointless plot point. Afterwards, Rey goes to the planet the Emperor's on to confirm. Well, the Resistance must be one of the pretty good epic battle against the first Order Star Destroyers with the lasers on it, because they had to destroy the main one and its little antenna tower on it. So they have the big cut back and forth battle there, which is really good. While Rey gets to the plane using Luke's old X-wing from when he sunk there from Last Jedi, and this is probably one of the best scenes of the movie. Say what you want, but I like the scenes at the end, like her walking in, the thunder, booming lightning, and the soundtrack was pretty scary. Like a good sense of fright and suspense for that scene. And she goes into the room, finds the Emperor sitting next to a throne, as well as a Sith cult. So in a stadium seat surrounding her, he reveals that he's then now she's there. He might be thinking now he probably just switches his plan system. Why else is it here? Here I buried. Yeah, instead of having her killed, now she wanted her to kill him so she can possess her, I guess, and take over as the Emperor through that. As well as get the Force ancestor, the evil Sith ancestor to possess her too. But she refuses to and have a battle with them. Then when Kylo comes to go save her, he's confronted by the Knights of Ren. Oh, I forgot to tell the Knights of Ren in this movie earlier. I probably forgot because they didn't have that big of a role in the movie. But the Knights of Ren came to stop him, so Kylo battled the Knights of Ren. While Rey was being tempted by the Emperor. During that, Kylo used the Force connection to get her lights. But it was a pretty nice trick how he did that. He sends the lightsaber, and then she still has the lightsaber, and vroom. But when Kylo comes to help after defeating the Knights of Ren, the person sucks some of their life force out of them. And he does one of the most scariest things I've ever seen the guy do. He holds his hands in the air and shoots lightning and all that flame up there. all the ships up there just shooting. That was like one of the scariest moments I've seen in Star Wars. Like, say what you want, that was some scary stuff there. That, I tell you, Disney did have a lot of balls on the how when they go that scary. Then we go up at the battle, their Finn gets help from the Force Sisters on the planet. He riding horses on one of the Star Destroyers to damage the cannon on there, which it doesn't successfully do. Of course, that kills General Pride. But well, Lando comes in with a whole bunch of people to help him. I love how my friend Andreas is asking me how he got that many people to help him. But my theory is, in the Wars, Lando Calrissian and the Legends book Shadows of the Empire, they owed me a favor. They owe me favors. That's the best guess he had that moment, because that's just because he said a lot in this book Shadows of the Empire. He always said the reason why people are helping is because they owed him favors. Oh yeah, I forgot about an earlier scene. Luke also gave Leia's lightsaber because she had a lightsaber to train with him, but she gave it up after Kylo turned to the dark side. And back to there, and a bunch of people come helping them on the Falcon. He even has Wedge and Tilly's come help them. It's pretty cool seeing Dennis Lawson come back to help in that battle. But meanwhile, Rey gets revived after hearing the voice goes of a couple of actual Star Wars in the past. Like, I looked up who's those characters he hears. Anakin, Obi-Wan from both Alec Guinness and Ian McGregor. Ahsoka, Kanan, then Qui-Gon, I think maybe we have Yoda. Even some of the minor Jedi from like the Clone Wars cartoon to not speak about the movies, such as Luminara Undulace, Adi Galala, I think that's the pronounce her name, and Ayla Secura. I think I said it. They're all start boosting her mustache. She gets up and uses both lightsabers. They're just swirling her. But due to her using lightsaber to block it, lightsabers hit the Emperor and cause him to be disintegrated smithereens. You have a theory on that one. Remember when the Sith, the Emperor shooting Force lightning at Governor Flippy Beckham, scarring his face? Well, I'm pretty sure the Force lightning said there's nowhere else to go but the rest of his body. So it disintegrates him after to win the battle, and afterwards then Rey dies, and after then when Kylo wakes up, he does a force heal of his own on her, which of course kills him after they share a passionate kiss for no reason whatsoever. So yeah, and then he died from using the Force ability. Sad ending, but still, it was good. After that, when the old kid back celebrating happily that they won the battle, here's a nice little in-joke here. Maz Kanata goes to Chewbacca, presents him with a medal. My other theater friend Ethan, he got the joke too, because all these stars complain on the internet how Chewbacca doesn't get a medal, doesn't get a medal. Well, there, he got his medal, now you can shut up about that. And after the battle, Rey goes to Tatooine and to the old Lars homestead, which is now buried in sand after being destroyed by the sand troopers from A New Hope. And she buries buries Luke and Leia's lightsabers there. However, an ongoer comes up to her and says to her, "What's her name?" She says, "Rey," and the one says, "Rey who?" Then Rey looks to the Force ghost of Luke and Leia and says, "Skywalker." I still think they provided with that enough for Titanic. But anyway, here's my final verdict of the movie. It was a hell of a lot better than Last Jedi. A lot better than Last Jedi. You can't deny that. I admire J.J. Abrams' efforts to try and fix all of Rian Johnson's mistakes. He tried his best to fix it as much as he could. It wasn't all perfect. I did feel like they wimped out on a few scenes, such as Chewbacca suddenly not dying and C-3PO still getting his memory back near the end. I thought it was kind of a wimpy move on them. Like, I always thought Disney was going when he had balls there, but I guess Disney decided to remove their balls because of the remove the balls and be wimps. Me and my dad both think it's probably because they're trying so the children wouldn't cry. Dude, there's grown-ups in the audience too, and teenagers and adults. Consent to us a little bit too. Like, We matter too, not just little kids. We matter too. Too. Anyway, yes, it's flawed and very serious, but I think it was satisfying the conclusion to the Skywalker saga as anything could be. Like, it had better acting than Last Jedi. It had good characters. It had a lot improved, good action scenes, and had a pretty good ending. So yeah, it was good. Better than Last Jedi. Not perfect, but just better. And thanks for watching my review. Hope you tune into more videos on my channel.